Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 update.
Good evening. A developer from Maryland says he would like to begin fixing up the old Stegmeyer Brewery in Wilkes-Barre late next year.
The president of the Maryland Corporation met with Wilkes-Barre City Council tonight to talk about the idea. Randy White wants to turn the old Stegmeyer building into a complex of specialty shops, theaters, and restaurants. At a meeting behind closed doors tonight, White told council it will cost almost $17 million to fix up the building. The developer says he hopes to use a combination of government and private money to pay for the project, and White says all the city would have to pay for is a parking garage near the Stegmeyer building. Council will meet with White again in a few months to talk about the plans to pay for that Stegmeyer project. Well, you don't have to travel far from Wilkes-Barre to find that the idea of a specialty store complex can pay off. Nightly reporter Joe Ducey says the new Scranton marketplace is already expanding.
The Scranton marketplace is a gamble that paid off. Just a year ago, this was another vacant building many thought had outlived its usefulness. Today, just 2 months after opening, it's a booming mini-mall. There are 38 shops here selling everything from Christmas gifts to tacos to flowers. It's only open Friday through Sunday now, and the crowds here are usually large. But the true measure of its success may be in the interest from normally hesitant businesses.
Yes, we have a waiting list right now, and we're going over it carefully. What we're trying to do is bring variety to the marketplace, bring variety to Scranton.
So the owners are actually able to pick and choose businesses. It's been such a success that this area is being remodeled already for 12 new shops, and owner Dick Maurer has other floors that could soon house stores. Cooper's Seafood is one business that made the right decision locating here. The Cooper's Marketplace location is a branch of the Cooper's main seafood store here in Dixon City. The owners say the Scranton location is a tremendous success, partly because of the location, drawing people who never would have made it here.
This highway tends to scare people away with the heavy traffic flow it gets. So a lot of people, instead of making the journey up here, are going over there.
Cooper says he made back his investment in the first week. The shop averages nearly 200 customers a day, and he says he's ready to expand. Now, you may think after the Christmas season, the interest in many of these stores will wane. Well, it may, but the marketplace owners are ready with events they're betting will keep interest here alive. Joe Ducey, Newswatch 16 in Scranton.
Scranton City Council tonight decided not to go ahead with plans to bring back parking meters to the city. The meters were taken down in 1983, and council was thinking of bringing them back to help balance the budget. But it turns out Scranton doesn't have enough meters in storage, and it would take too long to get new ones. So council is now thinking about raising real estate taxes on land and improvements. And if that idea becomes reality, the average taxpayer in Scranton would pay about $10 more each year. Some magazines and newspaper publishers say that they might be forced out of business if the American Medical Association gets its way. We told you last night that the AMA was talking about a ban on all cigarette advertising. Well, today in Washington, America's doctors voted in favor of that ban. The doctors say the link between tobacco and lung cancer is so strong that they have to do something to discourage smoking in this country. But publishers and billboard companies say they would lose millions of dollars in advertising money, and even the doctors admit that they'll have a tough time getting that tobacco ad ban through Congress.
Lawmakers in the House tonight okayed a bill to help clean up toxic waste. The bill provides more money for Superfund and for a program called Dump Busters. The program is Congressman Paul Kanjorski's idea. It gives $10,000 to informers who give the government information about illegal dumpers. The Dump Buster idea was an amendment to the Superfund bill that passed tonight. Some education officials are concerned lately about what they call a teacher shortage, in particular substitute teachers. We have two reports. The first from Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini, who says some special education officials are desperately seeking subs.
Ladybug.
Ladybug.
Jeff Wagner is certified as a phys ed teacher by the state, but he's substitute teaching a special education class at the Schuylkill Intermediate Unit near Pottsville. As a part-time teacher, Wagner is so in demand, it's almost a full-time job.
There's been 63, 64 days of school, and I've had approximately 50 days that I've substituted.
The Schuylkill Intermediate Unit has 103 full-time teachers. It often cannot find enough substitutes for classes here or for special ed classes in county school districts. This learning disability class could not get a substitute teacher for the day. On the Intermediate Unit's substitute list, there are only 5 certified special education teachers and only 10 certified teachers. And not all of them are available at any time to go any place. These students must be supervised by another teacher from another class. The situation is so critical that the Schuylkill Intermediate Unit is lowering its standards to get more substitute teachers.
And we are now going to be soliciting people who have college degrees with no teaching certification, and perhaps we will even have to go as far as people with two-year degrees.
Those would-be substitutes could be granted emergency teacher certification by the state. It would ease the crisis here and put some people to work. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, near Pottsville.
What do you think you're...
I'm Valerie Devine at Bloomsburg University, where more and more students are filling teacher education classrooms. 3 years ago, the number of students studying to become teachers here bottomed out. Now, college officials say that trend is changing.
We have seen a 100% increase in the number of students enrolled in secondary education from the fall semester of 1980 to the fall semester of 1985.
Dr. Thomas Cooper says the growth in the number of teacher education students isn't just in secondary education, it's all over, especially in math and science programs. He feels that's because word of a teacher shortage is spreading, so students should be able to find teaching jobs more easily. Students agree the new trend is changing their career goals.
I was going into engineering, and it was a very competitive field. And then, you know, I started leaning towards something that would better suit my needs. You know, as teaching, there's going to be a lot more out there for me.
I have a degree in secondary ed social studies, and I couldn't find a full-time job, but I still wanted to be a teacher, so I came back here to Bloomsburg to get certified to teach business because there is a shortage of business teachers.
Right now, there are more than 1,200 students enrolled in teacher education programs here at Bloomsburg University. Next year, the college expects more than 1,300, and college officials tell me they expect the trends to continue to increase until the job market levels off. Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, Bloomsburg.
The story of a brand new prison that may be out of date. All as Newswatch 16 update continues.
On Dancer, on Prancer, Ray and Derek drugstores circle the globe for special gifts that earn our gold star for unbeatable quality and price. Make it a musical Christmas with this Panasonic AM/FM stereo radio cassette recorder. A Gold Star special, just $54.99. Features one-touch recording, pause control, and auto stop. From Ray and Derek.
Your #1 Christmas store.
At Ames, there's a special time of year when our most beautiful Timex watches are on sale. And that time is now. For Christmas, all Timex watches are 25% off. All with Timex accuracy, Timex durability, and now, more than ever, Timex value. So this Christmas, come to Ames and come for Timex. Because a Timex watch makes a special occasion just a little more special. Ames Timex sale ends December 13th.
Different. Lots of stores have gifts. One store is different. Hills. Actual shoppers know why.
Hills has the best selection for gifts. The prices at Hills are more reasonable than...
In fact, compared to shoppers at other stores, more Hills shoppers truly believe
Hills is great for gifts.
We're a different kind of department store. You ought to be shopping Hills. Check us out.
Now here's a car that's really fun to drive, that really goes in comfort and style. This is Dick Vermeil for the new 1986 Cadillac Fleetwood and DeVille. From the second you get behind the wheel, the moment you touch the accelerator, you feel the 8-cylinder power, the front-wheel drive traction. There's nothing else like it on the road. It's Cadillac, it's luxurious, it's world-class, and it feels good. Test drive the 1986 Cadillac right now. Inmates at the old and outdated Lycoming County Prison will soon be transferred to a brand new building in Williamsport. But as Newswatch 16's Dan Fiorucci reports, the new jail already appears to have its problems.
It cost more than $7 million to build the new Lycoming County prison, but when it opens its doors, it may be overcrowded. The prison was designed 4 years ago to hold 146 inmates. But since then, authorities say, new judges, good police work, and mandatory sentencing laws have combined to increase prison population beyond expectations.
Right off the bat, it'll be holding more than it was designed for.
I believe so, yes. Warden David Desmond says double bunks have been added to some cells to handle high prison populations, but he fears that in the long run, even that may not be enough.
I hope that in the future, when the legislature, makes a decision on a law that requires a certain type of mandatory incarceration, that they look at the economic feasibility of that kind of legislation.
That they look at what it'll cost to truly house all those prisoners.
Correct.
At this point, you don't feel they've done that?
I don't believe it's been done, no.
Desmond says that if the new prison proves to be chronically overcrowded after it opens next month, then the county may have to consider building a second minimum security work-release facility somewhere to house the overflow. Dan Fiorucci, Newswatch 16, Williamsport.
Next, meteorologist Tom Clark has a 4-letter forecast.
Let me guess. Tom, is it R-A-I-N?
Or S-N-O-W.
Right.
Well, you may or may not like what I have to say from the backyard tonight. Be right back.
Get a good grip on wintry roads this year with 5-Star Snow Dozer Winter Retreads, the money-saving alternative to new snow tires. 5-Star Snow Dozer Retreads are designed specifically for winter traction. They have deep-biting tread lugs to help you plow through snow, and they're available in both radial and bias ply construction. 5-Star Retreads are tires you can trust for quality, dependability, and economy. 5-Star Retreads from Sandone Tire and Battery Service, 730 Wyoming Avenue in Scranton.
Different. We discount everything every day. Hills has one of the biggest selections of fragrances anywhere. And they're all discounted 20% every day. There's lots of famous name colognes for ladies, famous name colognes for men. One of the biggest selections anywhere. Discounted every day at Hills.
We're a different kind of department store. You ought to be shopping Hills. Check us out.
All right, some 4-letter word, whatever it is.
Whatever.
Let's find out. Tom, how is it out in the backyard?
Well, there's no hail at the moment. I think if you prefer rain over snow, then you'll like what I have to say about tomorrow. Before we get to the temperatures across the area, which are well above freezing tonight, let's look at the holiday house. And it belongs to Jerry and Chris Halchik on Madison Avenue in Wilkes-Barre. And I'm told their son, Jerry Jr., had a lot to do with the design of that house. And that is one place that Santa Claus will not miss on his rounds the end of the month. 41 degrees here in the backyard. I have a weather watcher by the name of Eric Schrader, who lives in Canton, reports 39 and 0.2 of an inch of rain the past 24 hours. Bob White in Pocono Lake. It's even mild in the Poconos tonight, folks, 39 degrees now. And Joyce Rothermel in Mahanoy City reports 40 in her backyard. Now, we had a high here today of, well, it was in the 40s. The humidity is still high. The wind southwest at 5, and the barometer is holding steady now at 30.21. There's the high temperature, 41 degrees here today, 35 the low, 65 the record high, and 4 above the record low. It was 36 to the low a year ago tonight. Now, coming up next, here is the trend in high temperature over the past 10 days as observed by the National Weather Service here in Avoca. Now, we hit 51 degrees on the 2nd of December, followed by 5 days of below normal temperatures, which brought 1 to 3 inches of snow to the region. And for the past 3 days, we've been slightly above normal, and I think that trend will continue for the next 2 days, and then it's going to bottom out once again over the weekend. We may even be in the 20s for highs once again before this week is through. So kind of a roller coaster ride temperature-wise the past couple of weeks. Now let's take a look at the image coming up next. It's radar just in to the Weather Center. Just some spotty light drizzle falling over the state now. Once again, as I said, temperatures are above normal, and there are no icy roads for the rush hour tomorrow morning, so that's some good news. Drizzle does not show up too well on radar, but look to the west. Here comes the next storm system, putting down quite a bit of rain now across Illinois and Indiana. Some snow in Chicago tonight. I think we'll stay on the warm side of this storm, and that rain will be moving east quickly overnight tonight. We'll have some rain in here. Looks like tomorrow morning, some heavy thunderstorms down there. Behind this storm, colder air is going to be coming in for the weekend, as I said. Look at the steering winds. Friday into Saturday, much of the country well below normal, even cool in Florida this weekend, and getting quite cold here as well. Here's your sunrise time for tomorrow morning. That will be at 7:18, and the sun sets at 4:34. And here we go. Cloudy tonight, some light rain towards morning, off and on rain tomorrow. Could be quite heavy, though, late in the day to tomorrow night. There'll be some dense fog in the elevations, but no ice through the day. Look at the high, mid-40s. Mostly cloudy on Thursday. The rain ends and the temperature begins to trail down. Some snow flurries heading into Friday, in the 20s on Saturday. But take the umbrella tomorrow.
Okay, good advice, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you. Coming up, the high school basketball season goes full court tonight.
Joe Zone has the league, exhibition, and tournament stories on the Sports Watch next.
At Acme, we're trimming our prices on all the trimmings for your holiday tree during our half-price Trim a Tree sale. For 72 hours only, Wednesday through Friday, save on holiday favorites like GE Merry Midget or string-along light sets and extension cords, colorful garlands, ornaments in glass, satin, and hand-painted wood. All half-price through Friday only during Acme's half-price Trim a Tree sale. And don't forget that our 3 and 4 bloom poinsettias are now only $3.99 each. This week at Acme.
Holiday savings begin at Stroud's. Save on practical gifts like West Bend's Freestyle Cordless Steam Iron, sale $33.97. Or the Canon Typestar 5 electronic typewriter, perfect for the student, only $139.94. And the Remington Micro Screen Razor, a great gift for Dad, sale price just $27.84. The holiday sale, now at Stroud's.
All that glitters is not on the tree. She will dazzle all with her Monet gift of bold gold earrings. Please her with Miss Elaine presents from Pomeroy's. Miss Elaine shimmering heavenly bodies. The best-dressed Christmas trees wear Enesco ornaments, also magical figurines and musicals from Pomeroy's.
Joe has so many basketball scores tonight. I think Mike's fingers are sore from typing them into the computer.
We got a bunch to get to. He's going to be sore typing. I'll be sore talking. We're going to start off the high school basketball season with leagues, exhibitions, and tournaments. And in Carbondale, the annual Finan tournament, Forest City dark uniforms against West Scranton in this one. Little shot right there, baseline jumper, and it is good. That was Jim Roboshkin. Now West cuts the lead to 6 as Bill Stetzer finds an opening, hits the 10-footer. Then, late in the game, West took the lead and went up by 3 on a breakaway by Mike Imolani. Forest City gets, they get cold. West Scranton on another breakaway. Bill Stetzer lays it in, and they go on and come from behind to win tonight. We're going to take a look at the scoreboard. Here it comes at you. We're going to start with the roll winners on top. Here it comes. Watch them. West Scranton, Western Wayne in the East Penn Conference. Emmaus, Parkland, Dura, Allentown Allen, Allentown Central Catholic, Whitehall, Centennial League, Palmerton, Pleasant Valley, Stroudsburg, Northwestern, Colonial League, Bangor, Catasauqua, Southern Lehigh, Salisbury, Tri-Valley now, Millersburg, Juniata, Upper Dauphin, Line Mountain in the Mid-Penn. These are all league games. They all count. Hughesville, the winners tonight. Okay, now we're going to take a look at some more high school action right here. Coughlin and Pittston, or Myers actually going out. There's number 20, Pete Terudius of Myers, ties the game with a 17-footer. Coughlin goes up 2. Right here inside the 45, Gary Moyer. And then Terudius, he had 20 tonight again from the corner. Myers up by 2. Coughlin was up by 4 as they get it inside again to Moyer. He had 21. And Coughlin, a nice move on the baseline. The jumper is good. let's check the scoreboard now and see how everybody else did tonight. And it's going to roll by. Remember, the winners will be on top. Exhibition basketball. Kaufman won that game over Myers. Crestwood over Pittston. Valley West, Riverside, Scranton Prep. Exhibition games now. Abington Heights, Lehighton, West Side Tech, Bishop O'Reilly, Montrose, Lake Lehman lost in that game. Northeast Bradford, Benton, South Williamsport, Montoursville, Bald Eagle, Nittany, Milton, Danville, Lewisburg, Bloomsburg, Shamokin, Schuylkill Haven, Williams Valley, State College, Clearfield in double overtime, Hollidaysburg, Bucktail, Gailton, Elkland, Liberty. If I blink, I missed them. Okay, now, in the NBA, the Celtics and the Atlanta Hawks. Watch the slam right here. Dominique Wilkins. Ooh, is that one awesome. Now, Parrish will miss. I've got it. Fair catch by Bird. Gets it, brings it in, lays it in, and scores. Now, watch this. Wilkins again. Is he aggressive? Bang. And now, here's your man, the Spud man. 5'7", drive, puts the move on McHale, lays it in with a soft touch, and scores. He's fouled. It's a three-point play. Back the other way. Robert Parrish, nice dribble, slam, scores. The Celtics win. Scoreboard in the NBA. New York over Indiana, 82-64, lowest point total scored by a team in the NBA in 13 years. Boston beat Atlanta 114-110. San Antonio over Chicago by 2. New Jersey beat Sacramento by 6. Detroit over Cleveland by 10. Milwaukee beat Seattle 117-98. All right, college basketball, University of Scranton beat Drew tonight. Final score in that game, 87-68, and they're 5-1. Women's scores, Kings over Bloomsburg, and Susquehanna knocked off Marywood. And I also have a couple of girls winners tonight. High school girls, Weatherly, Nativity, and Honesdale all won their games. Okay, let's go to the National Hockey League scoreboard. Philadelphia 7, Boston 4. Quebec over Buffalo. Final score there, 7-3. Couple of more. Washington beat Toronto 3-2. Islanders 7, Pittsburgh 4. Didn't take the St. Louis Cardinals too long to dump troublemaker Joaquin Andujar. He was traded today at the baseball winter meetings to Oakland for a couple of nobodies, really. Mike Heath, a catcher, another pitcher. Andujar was implicated in this past summer's drug mess in Pittsburgh. He also acted like a nut in the final game of the World Series. Now he's Oakland's problem. And one more thing in the trade meetings, just in, Ozzie Virgil of the Phillies traded to Atlanta. Steve Bedrosian, a pitcher for Atlanta, the main character in that trade. They also exchanged a couple of minor leaguers. It's Smith, though, Ozzie Virgil going to Atlanta. All right, fishing game forecast now for tomorrow. The Wilkes Wrestlers, make that the Bloom Wrestlers. Well, Bloomsburg won tonight, 25-15, wrestling over Lock Haven.
Okay, all right,
you like my last note here?
Well, I was looking for it, yeah. We look forward to this.
This is the first of the fishing 10 commandments.
All right.
Always fish deep for lunkers. The biggest fish are always down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yep. The granddaddies.
Okay.
Thanks,
Spud,
Joe.
good move on the Spud tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Still ahead, we'll take you back to when Wilkes-Barre was young.
But first, you can check tonight's winning lottery numbers. The daily number, 761, and the big 4 number, 6888. We'll be right back.
Endicott Johnson and Father and Son invite you in for holiday savings on men's top quality outdoor boots. Save $5 to $10 on a wide selection of warm, rugged leather and nylon boots. Women and children will also find great savings on the newest looks in fashion and outdoor boots at all Endicott Johnson shoe stores. Great savings on men's outdoor boots at all Endicott Johnson and Father and Son shoe stores. Great savings for women and children at all Endicott Johnson shoe stores.
Before the voices of the earth's choirs were raised in praise, there was a silent night. Before the strings of lights were wound around the world and tinsel strung, there was a single star. Before the wide-eyed wonder of a child on Christmas morn, before the gifts, there was a child born in Bethlehem who showed the world the greatest gift of all, his love. This Christmas, open your heart first.
Look what Hess has for your kids this Christmas.
Look what's underneath the tree.
Oh, boy, is this for me?
Won't you look at him driving the Hess toy truck? Doors that open and close. It's a truck that really rolls with a bank in the tank. The Hess toy truck. Real rubber wheels. You'll love the way it feels. And the neatest thing about it is the
Get this fully assembled replica of the first Hess truck at Hess gasoline stations. $3.99, ever-ready battery included.
The Hess toy truck.
You're looking at $25,000 worth of Christmas creations, more than 300 Christmas trees, hundreds of strands of colorful lights, and dozens of animated characters. This Christmas display is so popular, thousands of people from all over pack the Boulevard just to see it.
They have the birthday cake, the bakers, all involved with the bicentennial birthday. It really is nice. Beautiful. That's why I wanted to take a picture of the cake.
And in case you're wondering, I'm told there are 200 candles on top in honor of the bicentennial. All of these decorations were paid for with contributions. The decorating was done by volunteers of the JCs.
Put a lot of time in, you get tired, sometimes you get a little disgusted, but when it's all over with and you see the kids coming through in the cars and see how their eyes light up and stuff, it really makes it worthwhile.
Now, as you can see, the people certainly do line up to see Christmas Boulevard. The traffic's backed up halfway down Market Street now. And if you'd like to see Christmas Boulevard, there's still plenty of time. This display will be open every weeknight from 6 until 11. They light it at 6 o'clock. And on weekends, they light it from 5:30 until midnight. And this display will be brightening up Berwick right through January 1st. Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, live at the Instacam in Berwick. Back to you, Karen and Nolan.
There, I'm glad we got to hear her after all, because it's good to know, especially during this holiday season. That's our report for tonight.
Be sure to join us tonight on The Update. We'll be back at 11. For the team, thanks for being with us.
Enjoy your evening.